Hello and welcome to the first Daz's War on Everything for 2009.
And in the days following the biggest pyrotechnic display of the year that lights up the night skies of December 31st, we consider our resolutions for the new year.
Now these resolutions could be coming from wanting a general change, from the opportunities we didn't take, or from the opportunities that we did take, made a complete bloody mess of them, and then later came to regret it. One way or another, we all look back over the past year to consider the right path in the new year, and that's exactly what we're up to in these next two instalments. In January, a pair of Russian jet-setters were fined £500 for attempting to join the Mile High Club in full view of everyone in row 55 on a British Airways flight from Brazil to London.
While the judge believed that the couple were, quote, incredibly remorseful, unquote, the photograph of the couple leaving court suggests that the punishment probably wasn't high enough.
In February, the New South Wales government spent almost $1 million obtaining 6 heavy-duty ambulances to transport heavy-duty patients.
These modified medical motors were purchased following reports that the state's first aid officers were responding to 6 cases a week where patients weigh in excess of 200 kilograms.
In other news, the New South Wales government has been able to offset this cost by using paper aeroplanes to transport patients at the other end of the gastronomic scale. In March, Japanese actress and model Serena Kozakura was acquitted of trespassing because of her 110cm bust. Now, it was alleged that she'd kicked herself a hole in a wooden door and crawled through in a bid to catch a former lover with another woman.
However, it was demonstrated in court that her enlarged breasts would not have permitted her to squeeze through the hole. An anonymous source wrote this haiku poem to commemorate the occasion. Have you got large boobs, Serena Kozakura? Get out of jail free.
In April, it was evident that the 6 heavy-duty ambulances purchased by the New South Wales government back in February weren't able to keep up with the demand, as the fatties were dying faster than ever before.
This quite literally increased the weight on the shoulders of Sydney's morticians, so much so that they began purchasing forklifts.
This was supposed to reduce the risk of morticians injuring themselves as they manually manoeuvred the bloated bodies around or precariously leant over them to conduct autopsies. And any efficiencies were gladly welcome, as these corpulent corpses decompose faster due to the sheer volume of soft tissue in the body, giving pathologists less time to determine the cause of death. That shouldn't be too difficult though. I mean, in my completely untrained medical opinion, I'd have said the cause of death was from fat. May brings us to my former home of Yorkshire, England, where a driving school for women, taught only with female instructors, has incurred the wrath of a Muslim man who attempted to book a driving lesson for his wife.
He threatened to sue the driving school for sending him a man dressed as a woman.
Now, technically, the 42-year-old driving instructor, Emma, was indeed a woman. But 2.5 years earlier, the accusation could have been correct, when the transgender driving instructor was a married father of 2 named Andrew. In June, British local councils had many challenges ahead of them, such as potholed roads, poorly maintained school buildings, and streets marred by litter and graffiti. But it was believed that these issues paled in comparison compared to the threat posed by salt addiction, a problem which councils were determined to solve. Now, after thousands of pounds and 15 days of solid research, a miracle breakthrough was achieved.
Put 5 holes in the tops of salt shakers instead of the traditional 17.
So while they've found a cure for saltaholism, a cure for British food remains to be found. Stay tuned, viewers, as next week Daz's War brings you the top stories that you didn't need to hear from July to December of 2008. Until next time, take care out there.